Welcome YouTube universe. It's me, E.T. Clark. Let me just start off by saying I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm just a self-taught investor who likes to talk about stock and also how to increase one's financial literacy. Now today's video is about how to get started with monthly paying dividend stocks. It's a great way to generate passive income. Let's take a look. Now, some of you are probably saying, well, why dividend paying stocks? Let me tell you, you want dividend paying stocks in your portfolio because dividend paying stocks are true passive income. In other words, income that those stocks are generating for you while you're not working for it. While you're sleeping is generating money for you. It's generating money for you. It's truly passive income. You have an asset now that is paying you on a regular basis. In this particular case, with these 5 stocks, it's paying you on a monthly basis for doing nothing other than owning that asset. In addition to that, it's a way to put your money to work. In this book, The Richest Man in Babylon, one of his 2 principles are, number 1 is a part of all I earn is mine to keep. That basically means pay yourself first, save your money. And the second thing that he really talks about within this book is to put your money to work. Your money is your employee. Your money, they're your employees. Put them to work. And dividend investing is definitely a way to put your money to work. So put them to work. All right, have them do something for you so that way you don't have to. It's an excellent way also to grow your net worth. It's not all about being rich, how much money you're getting paid from your job, active income. It's about how much money, what are you doing with the money that you have? And that the money that you have, can it generate income for you to pay some bills? And eventually get to the point, can it sustain your lifestyle? That's going to be really the key. That's the reason why we invest in passive income generating assets, and dividends are definitely one of those assets that can do that for you. Now, how to get started. Realistically, there's 4 steps that I want you guys to follow. Number 1, you're going to have to set up some type of account for it. My recommendations, if you qualify for a Roth IRA account, set up a Roth IRA account. The reason why is tax-free. If you don't qualify for a Roth, you need to set up a traditional IRA account. And the reason why is because that there is tax deferred. Not like the Roth, but it's tax deferred. It doesn't matter. I would always go with tax-free first, and once that's done, for whatever reason, definitely go with the tax deferred. Once you set that up, now you got to fund it. That's just a matter of linking your bank account to it, putting the money in there so that you can get started with investing. And then you're going to have to go ahead and invest in a stock or equity that's going to pay you some type of dividend. And that's what the second portion of this video is going to be about. It's going to talk about the top 5 that I personally have and that I personally feel are probably one of the best ones out there that generates monthly dividends, a monthly passive income. So you're going to go ahead and fund it. Go ahead and buy your stocks. And then another thing too, especially if you're new, you want to set up a DRIP, a dividend reinvestment program. In other words, the dividends that your stocks are generating, the money is being reinvested back into that. It's buying more stocks for you. In other words, I have one particular stock that is a monthly payer, and it's in the video, PSAC, that generates enough money every month where it automatically buys 7 to 10, depending upon the price of the stock, 7 to 10 shares of stocks every month. I'm not paying for it. It's paying for itself. It's another way to get that snowball effect rolling there. So those are some of the steps there, you know. Open up your account, fund the account, buy the stocks, set up your drip. Now, let's go to the board and take a look at those 5 top stocks that I believe are the best stocks for monthly passive income.
Come on now.
That's right. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe buttons, followed by that notification button. That'll help out the channel. Thanks.
All right, board time. The first dividend player coming out the chute is going to be PSEC, Prospect Capital, PSAT, Prospect Capital. Boy, I tell you what, I've had Prospect Capital for well over a year. It's been a great money maker for me. I love this stock. I've been accumulating even more because I love the payout. Now, Prospect Capital, PSAT, is a business development company. What they do is they loan out money to medium-sized companies, mostly are going to be private companies, to help them get the capital that they need for their operations. And the current price of PSAT is $8. Woo, boy, my handwriting is bad. I don't know what that looks. That don't look like an 8 to me, but it's $8 per share. All right. The yield that it's currently paying is 9% yield. And the monthly payout is 6 cents per share. Now, the next one that we have is another business development company. This one here, once again, I've had this one for about a year. I've loved the results, and I'm in the process now of accumulating even more of these. And this one here is Main Street Capital. Main, M-A-I-N. It is a business development company. They do the same thing as PSAT. And the current price for Main Street Capital is a little pricey here. $40.55, and they pay out a 6% yield, and they pay 20.5 cents per share per month. All right, so right off the bat, we have 2 business development companies. The third one that we have on the books here is QYLD. QYLD actually it's an ETF. Exchange Traded Fund. And what they specialize in is covered calls. And they use the NASDAQ to write their covered calls. So the NASDAQ 100, they write covered calls on that, and it is an ETF. QYLD currently is sitting at a price of $21.97. And it has a, get this, 12% yield. And the payout has been averaging about 23 cents per month per share. We'll get back to that. I'm going to talk a little bit more about QYLD. The next one we have on the charts here is SPH. This one here is the S&P 500. Is the S&P 500 high yield, low volatility. And that also is an ETF. Currently, SPHD is at a price of $45.33 with a yield of 4.15%. And they pay out 12.5 cents per month. All right. And the last one we have here is, I tell you what, this should be the cornerstone of every dividend portfolio. And it's is magic. That's right. This one here is income is income property. This here is a it's a REIT. A REIT stands for Real Estate Investment Trust. This one here specializes in single tenant commercial properties. You know, normally a lot of their clients are like Walgreens, Sam's, some Walmarts, 7-Elevens. They have the fitness centers there, AMC theaters, which you're not doing much right now, but that's the type of properties that they buy and manage. Currently right now is sitting at $66.19, and they're paying out a 4.26% yield, and you're looking at 0.235 cents per month. In other words, 24 cents per month per share payout. One of the things about realty income, that's what O is that it is a dividend aristocrat. The only one on the list here that's a dividend aristocrat. A dividend aristocrat is a company that pays out dividends consistently for 25 years. And also within those 25 years, they consistently raise their yield on that. So this here is a dividend aristocrat. Now, if you look at this, you'll see that we have two business developments. We have one that's tracking the NASDAQ, writing covered calls, and we have one that's covering the S&P 500, high yield, low volatility stocks, and we have the granddaddy of all REITs out there, Income Realty. So that there is pretty much a diversified dividend portfolio, somewhere to start. If you don't have these in there, you can start working on building. If you're definitely new to building up your dividends portfolio, this is pretty much where I started. And I currently right now in my dividend portfolio, I'm making about 200 and close to $290 per month in straight dividends. Now, let's talk about this side of the board. This side of the board is going to really discuss how to possibly build up your dividend portfolio. So let's take a look at that. All right, let's just take a look at the actual ownership of owning those top 5 monthly dividend paying stocks. As you can already see, I've already plugged the numbers in here, so let's just go over those numbers. And I'm using 10 shares for a couple of reasons. First of all, it's going to be easy math. And second of all, if you're new, if you're a beginner, I would definitely recommend that let's start out there. Let's start out accumulating 10 shares of each one of these. All right. What you're going to have is first of all, you're going to be diversified. You're looking at 2 business development, You're looking at something that's going to cover the NASDAQ, the S&P 500, and you have a REIT in there. So let's start here. 10 shares. And quite naturally, if you already have more capital to invest in this, all you got to do is just, move the decimal point over however many spaces. If you're going from 10 to 100, move it over to the right 1 space, 1,000, 2 space. You get it. All right, so let's go with PSAC. If you got 10 shares of PSAC, it's going to cost you $80. It's going to give you 60 cents per month. Your yearly total that you're going to receive is $7.20. Main Street Capital, 10 shares are going to cost you $405.50. It's going to pay you $2.05 per month. And the yearly payout for 10 shares is $24.70. As I was saying, if this is 100 shares, all you got to do is just move that decimal point over 1 space to the right. All right, for the QYLD, 10 shares, $219.70. It's going to pay you $2.28 per month. And yearly, you're going to get $27.40. And for SPHD, S&P 500, high yield, low volatility stocks, you're talking about 10 shares are going to cost you $453.30. It's going to pay you $1.26 per month, $15.17 per year. And the very last one, OOO, Income Realty. 10 shares are going to cost you $661.90. It's going to pay you $2.35 per month on a yearly basis. It is hard to see this here. It's going over my logo, but that's $28.20 per year. Now, with that being done, let's take a look at the actual yearly return. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase this side of the board and put up the yearly returns so that you can get a better illustration of how this works. All right, we got the board all set up. Let's take a look here. Now, the cost of all those shares, and we're talking about the top 5 dividend monthly paying stocks. If we look at just having 10 shares each, what is that going to cost us total? Those 10 shares of each one of these, PSAC, Main, QYLD, SPHD, and O, having 10 shares of those at the current price at the time of this taping would be $1,820.40. The monthly payout of all those shares is going to be $8.55. Now, the yearly payout that you're going to receive is $102.56. Now, you're investing $1,820 to get a yearly payout of $102. That gives you a return of your investment of 6%. 6% return on your investment. So don't look at these figures, especially if you're starting out. And trust me, when you're starting out, it's like watching grass grow. But guess what? A 6% return on your money. In other words, this $1,820 that you are investing is making you $102 per year, 6%, better than any bank that you can possibly go to. That's the beauty of putting your money to work. And actually, this number is just actually on the low side. And the reason why I'm saying that is if you were doing a dividend reinvestment, if you were reinvesting that money and buying more shares, this figure would actually be higher. But this is just the straight figures on not reinvesting your money. This is generating this, and you still have this. That's the key. All right, guys, hopefully you got something out of this. Those are my top 5. If you're interested in finding out more about those particular stocks, I did a video for each one of those stocks. Go ahead and check my playlist under dividends, and you should be able to find a dividend for each one of those stocks that actually goes into a lot more detail about each and every one of those stocks. Now, if you got some value out of this, please go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, and notification buttons. And guys, always remember, save, invest, and then apply what you know, because knowledge is not power. It's the application of knowledge that's true power. Hey, I see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.